Hey guys, and welcome to. Alright, let's try this again. Again, I don't know why I have to mess up on the intro, but it's not even that important here. So, the first topic I want to talk about today is just the value of waiting, right? And my thing about this topic right here is I'm currently waiting, and I've already seen the benefits, the fruition of what my boyfriend and I have established in our own relationship just by waiting. And I don't think that we've really addressed, I don't think we really addressed in the dating market how we actually hang out with somebody and get to know somebody and like date somebody, so we don't have to have too much baggage, or really too much baggage or too many baggage, to where if it doesn't work out, which I would say I don't see how some relationships don't work out after you've been together for so long, even when you end up married and then you end the relationship. It doesn't make too much sense to me, right? And regardless, I may not know if they have had waited before they married or not, but regardless of the fact, I I just believe that before you get married, if you're really that serious about finding a wife, I just think you should wait and really scope out the person that you're pursuing, or really your wife, your husband, essentially. You need to wait. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't know if I'm speaking an accent or not, but it just sounds like I'm talking weird. If anything, I'm somewhat trying to be quiet, but I'm just trying to like get this topic out of the way, because it's just a little irritating to me, and not even like certain relationships, but like it's irritating to me on how people treat relationships sometimes. And I just think relationships are fragile. They're hard. They're complicated, but not even like complicated. And they shouldn't be complicated. Let me backtrack on that. Let me say that they're hard, but they really don't have to be that hard if you wait before marriage, right? And you get past those sexual urges, right? And I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look at that. And if I get flagged down that I do, I'm gonna be real. It's funny how y'all follow me on TikTok, but y'all don't be following me on my YouTube. I mean, y'all do. I'm just playing. Let me not say y'all don't follow me or you're not subscribed to my YouTube. Those 42 subscribers that are subscribed to me right now, you have no idea how much you have really made me just really think outside the box. And then I look at like TikTok, I'm like, wow, I'm like growing on TikTok. I'm like, interesting. I wonder why I'm not growing too much on YouTube or having like certain traction anymore. Like, but I'm gonna keep posting anyway. But like, that's just interesting. But I think eventually it'll kind of get in together. But don't forget to like subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me or subscribe to my podcast, the Aaliyah.Symone podcast, just in case you didn't know. But the value of waiting is important to me because I feel like it's working in my relationship, so I'm gonna be an advocate for it, obviously. And based on like the development not only in our relationship, but also the videos I produce, I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like I've been the happiest I've been ever since we started dating. But really, for sure 2020, well, no, since we started dating. This would have really been the end of 2020, because we got together in 2020, but like in 2020. but I'll be like, the last quarter of 2020, that's when like things started to like look up, because when I moved, that was like, it was a little bit slow, catchy start, rough start when I had moved, but that's okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I just think that was a reflection of my previous environment, to where I can actually be in a mindset of where I really care about everything, and relationships are in the forefront for me, because I am dating to marry. I'm not gonna be out here having just sex and adding bodies. No, no. And I'm not even gonna act like I'm just like, oh, I'm just entitled. No, that is not even the case. And the thing is, I always have to remember, I'm not dating y'all. um, I have a boyfriend. Um, but my thing is, this is what I have to say. What's really with my testimony, I feel as though, because we have been waiting, it's made our relationship stronger. Not only that, it has allowed us to get to know each other more on a deeper level, and it's kind of never been more clear to me that this is the man I'm going to marry, and he's going to have my kids, or really I'm gonna have his kids, but you know what I mean, like, I'm having his babies whenever. And it's not even just whenever I get the ring. It's whenever I get the ring and I sign the paper. When I get the ring and I sign the paper, then I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have a baby. Like, and we can have a couple, a couple babies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like perfectly okay and fine with getting married and being marriage minded at the age that I am. And I don't think that my age, or even the time when I started dating, or really I feel like I was in the mindset to date to marry. But if anything, I do understand why waiting is like the best option in order to, for my ladies, seek out your husband, um because you know if it'll be real or not. And the thing that we all have to remember is just like, excuse me, you can't always be having this list where immediately a guy is a no, and then I'm gonna be real with y'all, and it'd be an attractive guy for y'all, but then it's just like there's like no standards. And that's not everyone, obviously, because I know I'm an outlier. Like, so I'm not going to be mad at people who are seeking out genuine relationships. I'm not mad at y'all who are genuinely wanting to build and connect with a potential mate that you would like to be your spouse. But the way that you view marriage is differently from me, to where you may not be interested in signing a paper, but me and this person, we're down together like forever, ride or die type stuff. You ain't going nowhere, I ain't going nowhere. You got my bag, I got your, like, type stuff, and you're gonna have my babies, I'm gonna have your babies. Like, that's not enough security for me. But that genuine thought and feeling is also the same thing that I would want. That also ties in with the ring, the signing the papers, the saying I do, the vows to God. It's all ties into each other. The waiting, the period waiting, so you know if it's a genuine connection or a relationship or not, and that you can actually move forward into this relationship knowing the person you are potentially about to marry if you choose to decide to choose all those next steps. So I'm just only speaking from a place that I feel that is working for me. And let's just say you're celibate, or even a virgin, every relationship from time to time. I'm gonna be real with you. I would even have to like speak up on for the manosphere to be like, I just find it confusing, personally, that in a lot of ways you want a girl or a woman, you want a woman to be fit, feminine, and friendly, right? We're fit, we work out, we're feminine, we're nice, we're caring. I'll be a little bit honest, sometimes we might get a little feisty if we get a little teased or, something like that. Sometimes a little bit of challenge is kind of a little cute. I don't know. A man and his woman have their own like back and forth cute communication where it can also be like flirting and like also like in a way getting to know each other and seeing if the relationship works, like especially like long term. But I just think that we have to think deeper into what we want into a relationship, and stop using, just what we want with our body. I'm gonna be real with you. I just feel like at this point I've just drained all that sexual energy that I've like had, and also I think I've matured, and look, I have a lot more important things to think about than having sex all the time. Especially if it's not even with my husband and we're not even baby making. I'm like, what is the meaning? What is the meaning? What is the meaning? Why are you wasting your time when you're adding a body? And then I don't want women to keep blaming men all the time. You're like, oh, it's the men, because they like ruin us, whatever. And it's like, okay, yes, but you could also say no and close your legs, right? And you wouldn't be the woman that he wouldn't be talking about that he's banging. And even if he is banging and you know that that's not the type of guy you want or to be around, why are you still banging this dude, right? But then I also have to speak on the manosphere. I'm just like, you can't be mad if a woman says she doesn't want to have sex with you because she wants to be celibate. She wants to be celibate, and she's actually taking that vow of God. And she's actually like very damn serious. She wants to be married, and you actually find out she's a caring woman. You done messed up because you had too much sexual urges, and you're like, well, I'm a man, and I don't care if you I could be running around over the place with this thought or idea, but regardless if I am, the point is, I just think that it's a little unfair on both sides in a way where I can see as a woman, where I disagree on how I guess certain modern women like date into the dating pool, because I wouldn't anymore. But I'm also at a point where like even with women with lower body counts or no body counts, or how about this, a body count that the man is at least okay with, that you can accept since you asked or you know about it or if you talked about it. My thing is, you have to allow that time and space to get to know each other and not have sex in that time. So if you as a man are only thinking, I'm gonna just cuff her, because I found out she's somewhat of a decent woman, she wants to be celibate, but you know what, I'll give her that whole 90 days or something like that. I don't know. You give it time to at least get to know her, see if she's even worth it, to like wait for her. but I sometimes don't think that y'all are even ready to wait for it. On the men's side, or work in a way towards making sure you attract a woman who, actually, at that point, I think it's about attracting a mature mate, right? A mature mate, to where you can make the decision to wait, because you do find them interesting, intriguing, attractive. Maybe like there's some good qualities future wise that you see in a potential spouse or parent, or they have good values or something like that. So you're dating them to get to know them, but you don't want to, not even like waste a body, but I just feel like as we get older, we have to be real with ourselves. Every time we let somebody into ourselves, we gotta understand that, really, that transaction, especially as a woman, you have to understand that transaction. Um, so I believe we should get a little bit more realistic and conservative on who we let in. And by conservative, I mean like we should only let our husbands in. And I'll be real, what I said earlier, no ring, no paper sign, with his last name. I hope that doesn't raise any controversy. But I need vows to God. So that's all I can say about the value of waiting. Cause y'all ain't, y'all ain't finna fool me on this. But with the traditional wife topic I wanted to discuss today, I actually thought it was important for me to discuss because regardless of what happens, that is always going to be my goal. I already naturally love food. I'm a foodie. I like to cook. I like to have a nice home to where I can cook and enjoy my home and festivities within the home. And enjoy my family that is within my home. So I don't want to shy away from my traditional role as a woman and not fulfill that role when I know the type of goals, wants, needs that I have myself as a person, as Aaliyah.Symone, as Aaliyah in my own last name, and then as well, everything else in between at that point, because that is the journey that I'm continuously trying to be on. My thing is this: I'm the type to want to cook at home every day regardless, but I won't be mad at a free meal. uh, uh, but at that point you're just driving, or maybe it's a delivery or something, I don't know. But at that point it doesn't become a hassle for you to make sure that you and the family eats, or the family eats, everybody eats within the home. And so I just want to keep my home at a certain vibe for the I guess people in my age group, or within the age range that I am. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Or keep my home safe and honestly spiritually safe. It's protected by God. It's protected, anointed by the oil of Jesus. Yo, like that is not even that right there is the ultimate goal from that. Like if y'all remember in the Was it by DreamWorks? I'm pretty sure because I think they did Joseph as well. But with Moses' story, painting those, painting the blood of, what is it, that lamb over their walls, their houses basically, and then being protected by that sickness, by that illness, by that death. I want that to continuously be my home. But in regards of protection, I want it to be anointed completely. At this point, I hope this is an actual open prayer as well, video wise and podcast wise, because I'm already working on that, and that's later time that I will speak on it. But a traditional wife as well. I do. I guess this is probably where y'all think I was trying to. I don't want to BS y'all. But this is where I guess you want to get to the real tea for me. But yeah, I would like to be a traditional wife. I would like to stay at home, be a stay-at-home mother, stay-at-home wife, and even if I were to get married to my boyfriend, regardless of the age that we do get married, I would still try to make sure that I make some type of money, regardless if it's inside the home or outside the home. Obviously, the preference would be inside the home. Even if it's just like, $100, something, where I can incorporate to the things and the goals that we have together. But regardless, I think the main goal that I have, especially before I become a mother, is to be completely financially what's the right word? I guess just to say financially stable in the way to where I can move on to actually create that family and not have any stress at all. And there's like really no excuse. There's just no excuse to not be able for my family to be supported. And I think in a lot of ways, it's a little hard for me to actually speak on the type of role I would like to have as a wife and a mother, because I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait, especially like by the time I actually birthed my first child. But I can only think as if I were to be a wife in that wife role, my goal would already to be to support my husband or be his helpmeet as much as I can. And if that does mean he wants me to be in the house full-time, or even part-time, and I have some type of part-time gig elsewhere or at the house, he would tell me about that, and he would definitely approve on whichever thing that is needed for the house or for the home. And I would obviously follow. My main, it's not even concern. I don't even know why I'm thinking concern. No. It's not even a concern for me or my decisions in why I want to go to that traditional wife. I know what to do or how I can improve on my own skills if I were to be basically at home with the kids all day, or even if I was just the wife at home, how I would just continue to grow. Excuse me. I'm really not intimidated at all for what anybody says. And I I do feel for those traditional wives out there because majority who had the chance or the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mother, full-time or part-time, I just think that is such a big flex to where I feel like by the time your kids are 18 and you can really do the things you want to do, you've already instilled, like, however many kids you basically have, you've already instilled certain mindsets or things into the world, and I feel like you just multiplied. You literally multiplied your greatness, basically. Multiplied your habits, multiplied your skills, multiplied your basically your genetic pool out there to tackle this world and kind of like go at it, not go at it full speed, but also with our guidance, but also with the support that I already want to have. Yeah, the support that I want to give to my family, to my husband, and I'm not afraid to go to that route because I do feel that that was not even a hidden role or rule, right? That was not even a hidden role or rule that I knew growing up, especially as a woman, especially as a young black child going to church every Sunday, uh, vacation Bible school almost dang near every summer or every other summer, at least. So I don't think that I'm intimidated for that traditional lifestyle or to be that traditional wife. And I'm really excited and amazed at how that's going to transition as well. But, you know, in due time, I'm very patient about the goals that I have, um, especially to be a better woman, ultimately, and be a woman to God and make sure I'm a prayer uh, prayerful woman, uh, and really working on that mindset of just choosing the right thing. And sometimes you do have to hold your tongue or take a step back and like just observe and not be seen and just not even this word and be meek. Oh my goodness, be meek. Be meek. All right, like that's already the goal right there. And I'm not afraid of it, and I don't think people should judge other women. Here's the thing, I don't think women should judge other women. I don't think women should judge other women who want to choose that route and who probably want to choose to be more selective with the men that they want to be with, and who've already been in the mindset that it's just like, I don't want everybody to say that they had me, or like, if we talk about a list, like, I want to be a wife. I want to be on my husband's list. You know why? Because I want my husband. I want to be with my husband. Okay? If I already want to be with my husband, I know I'm going to be very selective because it's like, are you my husband? Like, I shouldn't be having with you. I not even dang near, I definitely should not be having children with you. You're not my husband. What is that? And then the thing is, I don't want to say who divorces who more at this point or this time right now, but I would say that regardless of who thinks that they're at that breaking point, I don't think that breaking point is real. Well, you know what it is. That breaking point is death. Hopefully it's by old age. And I'm only getting married once. So that's and I say that as in till death till we part. That is the only exit in marriage I see. And again, hopefully it's just old age. We growing old together. Minimum. Minimum. We are growing old together. So what makes you think that, again, to the previous topic, what makes you think that I'm not gonna wait for my husband? We're gonna be fruitful for until death do us part. So you can't wait that time. You get a ring. You ask me to marry you. We sign the papers. We say I do, or we say I do. Sign the papers. But in that process, it's like I'm saying sign the papers as it's official, and I take your last name. I'm saying it like that. But at this point, I feel like I've talked about it enough. I don't want to beat around the bush too much. Because it just has to be a reflection at that point. But it is what it is. I ain't tripping at all. So, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've completely shut down the game. I've completely shut down the game. I feel like this is now Spy Kids 3, right? Spy Kids 3. When the guy, the son, the brother, right? The brother was like finally in that mood to beat all the stuff. I need to rewatch Spy Kids, low key. Actually, very much high key. Very much high key. So here's the thing. God shots, okay? Not tequila, not Patron, not your Jameson, not your Daniels, not your bourbon, not your Tito's, no Jose Cuervo. I don't know why I made that face. Good Lord. But here's the thing, God shots. This is the important thing that I wanted to incorporate today, or in this podcast, essentially when it came to speaking my mind on God, my relationship with God, and how I'm already incorporating my relationship with God, how I already incorporated a relationship with God, how I've been developing that relationship with God, how I've been trying to continuously develop that relationship with God. And a lot of the things that I'm trying to do with that relationship is every day. And I'm trying to instill in that every day. Somehow, a sprinkle of it, a shot. Just a shot. My God shots. I have to have God shots every single day. So my God shot for, here's the thing. It's not even my God shot for today. I'm telling you my God shot for today. I need to have a shot of God every day. A shot. Minimum. A shot of God. Minimum. So by that, I don't really want to limit myself. Again, I don't want to limit myself. It can be what I would say where kind of the inspiration came from was Tara Lee's The Bible Recap. Essentially, you do read some scripture, you listen to the podcast, have like that review that it's not really like conversation, but like the discussion of the scriptures. And my goal with God shots can align with that certain type of standard, as well as a Bible streak, um, similar to how I do my Duolingo streak, a Bible streak, because I've noticed that it's kind of got more advanced, where it's more than just reading the scripture of the day. It's like seeing the sermon and then a prayer, and I was like, ooh, I think I like that. And I already have my own efforts in regards of improving my prayers, or my praying, or my practicing prayer, essentially. And a lot of the things that I feel are important to me is incorporating God every day. And one of the things I definitely want to do, that I thought about just as I started recording, that got me all excited, is that I really want to buy a new Bible. I've been having the same Bibles for a minute, and I love my Bibles, I do. But I really want a new Bible, especially like a real, I need a paperback. Thank you. Or like the real version, a book version. So those are, that's not like a God shot. That's just something that I want to invest in regards of making sure I have my God shots. And maybe within that, it's like I randomly pick a scripture and I read from that specific chapter, or whatever the case may be. I didn't realize that stuff was on there, but that's the main thing that I wanted to say about God shots. And if anything, it could also be just a prayer, like just a prayer is my God shot. And if anything, if I just do a prayer, my challenge would be, okay, how many God shots in regards of this example, prayers, can you do that entire day? And so those are my goals. But I definitely want to thank you for listening to this podcast today. I know it's been somewhat short, somewhat like last minute, but not last minute. But you probably didn't think it was last minute, or you just thought like, oh, she recorded another podcast. Oh my gosh. Should I look at it? Should I not? I don't know. But hey, don't forget to follow me.